Mhlanguli is this young, vibey guy who likes to have fun. I live in Nyanga. I'm currently doing graphic design. When it comes to design, like I'm in love with design and photography. Like now I'm currently like pursuing this other dream of like being a photographer. The challenge that I got from being educated is we all come from different backgrounds, and if a person could relate to this, I didn't come from a wealthy background. I don't like to call myself poor in a way, because I know that I could get help from like other people, but I came from a background that didn't afford everything. My parents did like a lot of work for me and helped me to get through where I am now. The other thing is finances. If it wasn't for Outliers, actually, I wouldn't have been like here, because I struggled financially after I've passed my matric, because I wanted to continue with my studies, but I couldn't due to some certain reasons.
When I see young people with no prospects, it breaks my heart. And so we do this.
I suppose that's the driving force. It's the young people that we want to see impact.
You know, for many of our churches in our area and in other areas, we have a hall or we have a room, we have tables and chairs, and that's basically all that you need to start. Heidi then gave us ideas on what it would look like structurally, so what you needed in terms of facilitators or tutors, practical things like having a register, and it was all those ideas and those practical aspects that helped us to get going.
We have people making sandwiches, we have people painting rooms, we have people donating their time or their things. There's no one thing that you can do that isn't going to help the education crisis. It really is big enough for any kind of support.
So I'm involved with Outliers because what they're doing is targeting learners and helping them through the last years of their schooling to get better academic marks, to perhaps be able to apply to universities like University of Cape Town. Because what we realize is that there are so many gaps in education, and not just education, but providing learners with the navigational capacity to get into further education. And there are only a handful of black and female professors at UCT. So when it comes to transformation, nothing has changed at UCT in the past 10 years. So transformation means that an institution is more representative of society. So if I think of the University of Cape Town, we failed dismally at making this institution more representative of South African society.
So I used to be a researcher at UCT in the Faculty of Health Sciences, working on TB and drug resistance, which is very important in this country. But being part of the Honours Selection Committee to accept postgraduates into our faculty, just more and more it became apparent that trying to do transformation that late in the game is really very hard. I felt I needed to go a bit further back and help kids get to UCT so that we can then select them into honours.
This classroom is a huge classroom, and one of the issues that I often think about is when a young person comes through a poor education, a township education, a rural school, they arrive at UCT and they get lost. An organisation like Outliers can really help young people. You know, one of the things that they've done is they've started with homework clubs, but it's become so much more. Because when you get people together to see that they are struggling about the same things, not only do you help them with maths and English and poetry, but you also help them to actually find a support group so that when they come to university, they're not alone. I think those are some of the things that Outliers can do in bringing young people together and to prepare them. Because the people involved in Outliers have been through university and they know the context quite well. So that's, I think, a really important thing.
Looking at the youth today, I still believe that there's hope for them in their future. Organizations that are willing to give back to them and help them to reach their goals in life.